Okay, today we're drawing a snowflake or a face in a perspective where your face is up and your mouth is open and you are tasting snowflakes. You're opening your mouth and letting the snowflakes fall into your mouth. So that is the perspective that we are drawing from today. So to do that, we are going to start with, in the middle of our page, pretty dead center, I want us to do a mouth. So we're going to draw a slightly curved line and then another larger curved line underneath it. This is going to be our mouth. And then, so it's a U, it's basically a U shape, and then you have that U shape is got a slight curve at the top to connect it. At the top, you're going to come down just slightly, add another line, and we're going to add some teeth. And then you're going to come in and you're going to add a tongue with a little curve. Now, to create the face, you don't want a ton of space up here. We're going to create a circle, and that circle is gonna just come about to here. If you want to kind of do a dot just to kind of get your idea of how big you want it. So I'm going to start here, and this is going to be my head. And at first this is going to look really weird. So sketch out your circle. You can come back and draw your lines better if you need. And then I'm going to add just kind of like a chin down here. And then up at the very top, you're going to put this bigger circle coming off the top. Now, I'm going to go in and I'm going to erase my lines and darken up my lines. So that you can see how I did that. Now my chin line went a little bit past my face. Over here I'm gonna add just some little nostrils so you can tell that that's my nose and I'm looking up in the sky. And then we are going to come down and add a scarf. So I'm doing that with two slanted lines here and here, and then connecting those with a curved line. And then we are coming off the edge and coming off the edge. Now here I'm going to bring a kind of slightly curved line down. And I'm going to bring another curved line down. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to erase these lines in the background. So I did that by adding a slight curve all the way off the page. If your body is longer, that's okay. And then added this line, and then I went and erased this line. And then I'm going to add another one right here, kind of like it's coming out from underneath that guy. Actually, let's leave this. Leave this line. And then have it coming out like it's coming out from underneath. I think that looks better. If you want to do it from the top, that's fine. But I'm going to do mine underneath. So you have your scarf, and then you have a piece of the scarf coming out this way. Okay, let's go back up and give our character some hair. So there's some different ways you can do hair. I'm going to flip this over and show you the one I drew on the back. You can do some spirals if you want. So I'm going to give you that option. So you can do that. Or you could do kind of like a spikier hair, kind of using little spikes coming around. Or say you want, you're a girl and you want to add some longer hair. Let's do, and then I'm gonna add just some longer lines coming through. Once again, you could do it quirky and do quirkier, spirally hair, or you can do long hair. You have some different options there that you can do with your hair. Okay, so when we are done with the coloring process, we are going to do snowflakes. And we're going to do that with Elmer's glue and salt, but we will do that later. We are going to finish coloring this and adding more detail into our drawing. So I'm going to just add some detail into her scarf here. You could do polka dots. I'm just going to do stripes. And I'm going different directions in each of these sections to show that it makes it look like there are, like it's folded over. Because if you folded over scarf, it would have different angles and different, all the patterns would not line up. So each section, I would section off a little differently so you can tell the difference between each. Now I'm gonna put some a little arm thing there. And then if you want to do something on the shirt, if you have room, go for it. Now, I'm going to take and Sharpie all of this. We're going back to our Sharpies. I know we got away from that for a while. And I'm gonna just Sharpie it. Now my Sharpie is not great, but neither are y'all's, so. Now, I do not currently have a peach color pencil with me at the moment. So I'm gonna do a brownish color scheme here. I'm just gonna add a little bit darker edge here, just to give it a little character. Kind of gives it a shaded look a little bit. And it will make it pop a little bit. So I'm just gonna darken one of my edges up just slightly. You don't have to, that's what I'm doing. If you do one side, it kind of makes it look a little bit shaded, and then just slightly. Make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay, I'm gonna leave my teeth white because, well, we don't want them to look rotted. So we're gonna leave it that white. And then I'm going to move to my hair. Let's do a dark brown hair. I may add some different tones of hair in here, of brown, just to give it some depth, because y'all know how to color with color pencil, but adding some different tones in can create a lot more dimension. And then another thing, I'm gonna go in behind, I'm gonna go a little darker back here behind the scarf, and that's gonna make it look a little bit like that shadow. And then around the face, and that's gonna create like a little shadow. Because when you see something up against something else, it usually casts a slight shadow. And that's just gonna kind of help my art and take it to the next level. So between these lines, we're gonna add some more shadows. If you want to go in with an even darker one or something, you can. So maybe I'll just add some different browns in here and give it a little bit more character. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these around these black lines, and then go back in and add some right through here. Is that the right one? Oh, my dog is wanting to play in the background. And see, those lighter places kind of create some highlights a little bit. So we've got our hair now and our mouth. Now let's go in with our red and do our tongue. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of do a little darker on the edges. Kind of V this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna fill the rest of this in. And just gradually get lighter. Okay, now I want the inside of my mouth to be darker, so I'm gonna go in with a darker color. If you could, I mean, you could Sharpie that in if you want. But my Sharpie's not doing great right now, so I'm just going to go in with a black. But you could do this red, like a deeper red if you wanted to. Really, I should have colored one way there. And I'm going to quickly go through here, and you can color this whatever color you want. I'm going to do pink. You could do polka dots, whatever you want to do with your clothing. Just add some character to it. And then I want to do purple. And then I'm gonna do, I think I wanna do a little design on my shirt. So let's do, polka dots. We're just gonna do some polka dots all over her shirt. I'm gonna have my polka dots kind of going off the page. I feel like I need another one here, but it's gonna be kind of close. All right, we're gonna do a pink polka dotted shirt. Okay, now the background, I want it to be blue. So I'm gonna pick, I don't really have a light blue, but if you have a light blue, go for use a light blue. Use this. Sharpen it. And I'm just gonna paint the whole background blue because we are going to be, I did not. I'm gonna color the whole background blue because we are going to add snowflakes later and we want our snowflakes to show up against all right, that's not working. Go the one way with your color pencils. Take your time. And I'm gonna color in my nose, little nostrils here. And darken my outlines because my Sharpie's not very good. Okay, so that's part one of our snowflake drawing. Now, next week what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our, we'll probably draw out our snowflakes with our pencil. So, to draw a snowflake, I'm gonna show you guys on a spare piece of paper.